Hello and good day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is your captain speaking, and welcome to We Educate Racing. In this video, we're going to go over how to tune for brakes in Forza Horizon 5. But before we do, we need to go pick up the parts. It's going to be here, platform and handling, brakes. We're going to get the full race brakes. Only because I'm going to teach you how to tune it. But with like drifting, you don't technically need race. Sport is good for drifting. Drag racing, sports is fine. Um, let's see. Rally, you only need it because you need to adjust which end gets more brake bias, right? Same thing for racing. It helps with turn in and all of that. So, okay, on to the tuning menu. Install. And then this is really easy. There's really nothing to it. I did watch a video just to make sure that I was tuning it right. Well, actually, what I did was I set the braking force to 58, uh, brake balance to 58, and the braking force at 92. Okay. When I hit the brakes, it felt like the front would understeer and then eventually brake traction and then snap oversteer. And I was like, what is doing that? Like, I don't understand. I don't, it should be doing that. Um, all the weight sits on the front tire, and as I hit the brakes, it should be stable. It shouldn't lose traction like that. But what I found out was this is actually flipped. The 58% is to the rear. And if I want it to the front, 58 to the front, I have to do 42 to the rear to make the 58 go to the front, which is just, I mean, I don't know. That's what they said. And I did take a test. I hit the brakes really hard, and yeah, sure enough, it did what is expected. So I'm just going to assume that this is backwards, okay? 42 to the rear means 68, 58 in the front. Okay. And then, yeah. And then you would think that this is 58 to the front, but this is 58 to the rear. It's really dumb. Okay. So 42. And then 92 brake pressure. This way, it's less likely for me to lock up my brakes, no matter how, even under panic braking. I turned my ABS off because how else do you learn brake control? You get throttle control with your throttle foot. You get brake control with your brake foot, and the best way to do that is to turn off um, anti-lock brakes. Okay, and then you can always alleviate the locking by reducing this value. So it's up to you, depending on how hard you step on the brakes. You can adjust this completely to a point where it will not lock regardless how hard you step on it. So it's almost like its own ABS, if you will, and you don't have to worry about locking. But I like mine at 92 because I have a pretty good brake foot, so I'll leave it at that. Um, you see, in Gran Turismo, in Formula One, you can adjust your brake bias on the fly. So, for instance, if you're gonna hit the brakes on a flat surface, then you can leave it like this. If you are going to hit the brakes on an uphill, because the weight shifts to the front, and on an uphill, it's going to compress the tires even more. So you would want to increase the bias towards the rear when braking on an uphill, and then when you are braking on a downhill, you want the brakes to be more profound on the front to shift the weight more to the front. Okay. So yeah, on a downhill, more to the front. On an uphill, more to the rear. On a balanced surface, and it's going to be on the middle. Or it's up to you, depending on how you attack the entry of that particular corner. But what I'm trying to say is, in those games, you can adjust how you set your your brake bias, but in here you can't. So it's like fixed, unfortunately. So it's up to you. You have to go and test drive and see when you hit the brakes if which side locks up first, and then adjust accordingly. And then obviously you don't want it to lock up, so you reduce the braking force, the pressure anyway. So okay, that's pretty much it for that. And then in the next video, we're going to go over differentials. Now, this is going to be for drifting, so I will go over how to tune your differentials for drifting in this video, just to get you guys a taste, to see what it tastes like, the taste of the glory. It makes drifting so much easier because of the differentials. But for road racing, you're going to have to set it up a certain way, and we're going to go over that in the differentials video. Cool. Thank you guys for watching up to this point. Go ahead and hit the like button if you learned how to tune for your brakes, or you guys like the content, you guys like how I'm teaching this. Hopefully you guys are understanding it. If anything, comments, questions, concerns, drop it down in the comment section below. I will have the links for all the other videos in the description box below, so you guys can easily find all the other ones when you guys are trying to figure that out. And then yeah, until the next one, guys, wishing you all a good day. See you next time. Bye bye.